Hello, guys. I did a live call with my women. It's much easier to do that together with them in our live Facebook group. Since Katie and I are teaming up with our men's round, I wanted to make sure I had a chance to chat with you guys and just give you some tips on how to be successful in this program. Just make sure we go over low carb days and regular macro days so you have an idea of what food you should be eating and just kind of questions about workouts. So first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for joining up. I know sometimes you are uh, signed up, not necessarily because you chose to, but possibly because your spouse chose to sign you up. But I don't care how you got here. I'm just happy you're here. And I'm so thankful that you are taking a chance and trying the faster way. So the mindset is probably the number one tip I can give you. If you just decide that I'm going to complete this program, I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to see this through start to finish. I can do it. I will do it, and I'll be successful. You're going to be way ahead because you've made that commitment to yourself, to your spouse. I'm so happy you guys are doing this together. So that is number one. Number two is to pre-plan your macros. And I hate to say this because there is no way around it. This is the most time-consuming part of this program during our first couple weeks. You're going to feel attached to your phone. You're going to think, why on earth am I doing this? But just know the more you start tracking the food, the more you learn about carbs, fats, and proteins and what of those macronutrients are found in the food that we eat. And you'll get to a point where you won't have to plan ahead and you'll just go as you go, which I do every day, and think, oh, shoot, I'm low on protein. Oh, I need 20 more grams. What can I eat? Boom, I'll have a protein shake. Or shoot, I'm a little low on carbs. It's the end of the night. Well, I'm just going to pop a couple dates because that'll get me up there. So sure enough, you will learn more about the foods we eat. And it's kind of really great to be able to kind of look at foods and decide, oh, do I want to eat this? Yes, yes, or no. So definitely pre-plan. When I first started, I would sit down the night before and start plugging in foods. So if you have never used MyFitnessPal before, you may find that it's a little more time consuming because you're having to enter every single thing, like a banana. If it's not already in there, you need to input it. Where now I can just choose, they have frequent, most recent, and you're able to choose those foods and they pop up in your little personal database. So it will take a little time to build that up. And then, I had this huge salad today and I literally typed in the crunchy salad mix, the cruciferous salad mix from Trader Joe's. And this whole list came up below. Oh, items usually had with this. So I just had to click, yes, hemp hearts, yes, avocado, yes, olive oil, yes, tomatoes. So it makes it easier, but in the beginning, it's time consuming. And I know a lot of you are doing this with your spouse. I don't know who is the cook in your house. I am the cook in our house. Sean can't be bothered to cook. He doesn't enjoy it. I enjoy it. And it's easier with my schedule to cook dinner every night. So what helps me is to meal plan. Every weekend I sit down and I kind of come up with an idea so he can ask like, hey, do you know what we're having for dinner tomorrow? And I can say yes. I can go and input a recipe on the computer into MyFitnessPal, either manually add ingredients or copy and paste from another website. You decide how many servings, it matches the ingredients, and boom, there's your recipe. I can pull up that recipe in MyFitnessPal and text it to Sean. So when I text it to him, then he can add it to his food log for the day. So there's ways to do this as a team when you guys are living this way together. Okay, so first of all, low carb day is today. So you may find that as we're kind of going through, I don't know if you gave it all last week during prep week or it was just took that week to learn about the program. But if you are starting out and you are someone that's had a lot of sugar, had a lot of maybe alcohol, processed foods over the break, you may find that you're going to have a headache. You're going to experience some detox system as we're kind of getting those foods out and introducing whole foods. It's totally normal. And just know that you need to drink a lot of water. That's what's going to help you, and it will get better. Okay, so low carb day. You men get 100 grams of net carbs. I think you've all figured out you take your total carbs minus your fiber, and that will get you your net carbs. So on a low carb day for a man, typically you're definitely going to meet that protein goal every single day of this program. Nothing will change about your protein. So meet your protein goal. Make sure those net carbs stay under 100 grams and fill the rest in with those fit fats. Olive oil, coconut oil, you're going to eat a ton of nuts and seeds, avocados, fattier cuts of meat. This is when I whip out the ground beef. Salmon is great. Bacon. I snack on salami, Duke shorty sausages, things like that, maybe some hummus and vegetables. I don't eat a lot of fruit on low carb days. As a woman, I only get 50 grams of net carbs. So an apple is already shooting me up, taking up most of my carbs for the day. You can possibly add some fruit. So really the only fruit I eat on low carb days are berries. Berries are low in carbs. So raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are great fruits to have. And the rest of the time, you're going to look at those cruciferous, crunchy vegetables. Anything you would find at a salad bar that you can eat raw is great for these days. So broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, cucumbers, peppers, you're going to load up on those veggies. And I did mention hemp hearts. Those of you that are active duty military, you are not allowed to have hemp hearts. So I know there's a couple men who are in the civilian world, and you can enjoy those. They're great for fat and protein, but I know with drug testing that the active duty military has to do, those are going to flag you, so avoid hemp hearts. So today I broke my fast with pumpkin seeds. And then I made this ginormous salad that had the cruciferous vegetables, that crunch, which is like broccoli and kale. I added spinach, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, a whole avocado, rotisserie chicken, hemp hearts, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and a tablespoon of balsamic. And it was delicious and filling. So for dinner tonight, we're doing egg roll in a bowl. So I will get to enjoy that. So I'm actually using ground turkey, because that's what the store had, and cabbage, and I'll kind of make a little stir fry out of that. My kids will eat it just fine. So your next 2 days are regular macro days. And on regular macro days, remember, we're having half of our macronutrients are going to be carbs. So 50% carbs, 20% protein, 30% fat. And the carbs you want to eat are fruits and vegetables and gluten-free grains. I know a lot of times we think, bread and pasta when we think of carbs. I don't want you walking down the gluten-free aisle and loading up on gluten-free bread and gluten-free muffins and gluten-free pizza and all those things. Save that stuff for treat day. You really want to focus on whole food nutrition. Sweet potatoes are excellent to have because they contain a lot of healthy carbs. Like I said earlier, dates, if you're in a bind and need some more carbs, like 2 dates alone have, I think, 32 grams of carbs. So those are great to get your carbs up. And I eat a lot of oats and rice and quinoa to get them up. I think we've shared some overnight oat recipes, which is great. Sean makes those every single night before a regular macro day and breaks his fast with them at work. So they're easy. You can eat them cold. Some people prefer to heat them up, but it's just great to throw in the fridge, take it out, eat it right away. So again, your next low carb day is Friday. So same rules apply with 100 grams of net carbs, meet your protein goal, and fill the rest in with those fit fats. Okay, and then Saturday is leg day, which is treat day, everyone's favorite day. So this is the day where you get those discretionary calories. So something like a donut. If that's truly what sounds good and what you want to eat as your treat, enjoy it guilt-free. I'm obsessed with the Nothing Bundt cakes. That lemon cake is what I love. Also obsessed with French fries. So some days French fries are going to be my treat. It might be chips and salsa. It might be a Chick-fil-A sandwich. whatever sounds good. It can be something sweet, it can be something savory, but just enjoy something that you probably wouldn't enjoy during the week when we're focusing on those whole foods. And make sure when you eat that, it's not going to go above and beyond your macros for the day. You need to include it. So if you know you are going to go to Chick-fil-A and get a Chick-fil-A sandwich, it's in MyFitnessPal because I've had one and put it in there. So maybe put that in first and then work your macros around it so you know you'll be able to meet them for that day. Okay, and then Sunday again, you guys have a little workout and you're back to regular, or continuing with regular macro day. Okay, so tips when we first start out, it is a lot of food. You're going to struggle to meet all your macro goals when we first start out. No, this is normal. Carbs are usually hard for everyone to reach as well, but it will get easier once you start lifting more and you build those lean calorie burning muscles. It's going to be a lot easier to meet those goals. So just until then, eat, or always eat until you're 80% full. When you are 80% full, stop. If you're a little short that day, that's fine. I don't want you stuffing yourself so you can meet those macro goals. It's really not going to help anything. And keep in mind, nutrition is the number one priority. Rest is second. As you can hear me, or maybe some of you don't know me, this is not what I normally sound like. I completely lost my voice a few days last week, and it's coming back, which is great because sound is coming out when I speak, which is always a great thing to be able to do. But I worked out today for the first time in a week. I wasn't feeling good, and I knew that if I wasn't sleeping, I would wake up coughing in the middle of the night. I, couldn't speak. I was going to do myself no favors to try to exercise. So I just took that time, rested, took vitamins, focused on nutrition. So rest is very important. The next is strength. You want to get those lifting days in to build the muscle. That's really what's going to light your metabolism on fire and change the shape of your body. Next, we focus on those HIIT and Tabata and sprint days. So those interval workouts, those are great. And the whole point of those on low carb days is to deplete our glycogen stores. And when we have no carbs to use as fuel, our body reaches into our fat stores and use those as fuel. So that is the whole point of our low carb days and why they are paired with those sprint or interval or HIIT workouts. And last is cardio, the least important. And we had a little chat about this on our thread the other day. Some of you may have not been working out so much. These workouts may be very challenging. I want you to figure out what you think you can do and take it a step back. It's okay to ease into these workouts. They are very effective as is. I know when my husband started, he was like, this was all I had to do. It was really easy. So some of you have that mindset where you have to think you have to do these intense workouts in order to see any sort of results. You don't. I mean, trust me. Sean has never looked better. He is a former college football player, former athlete, and he followed this program, did the workouts as is, and definitely changed the shape and trimmed down like I've never seen him. And he's also 42, like me. So don't worry if you think, oh, this isn't as intense, I need to work out harder. Just hit it hard on those strength days, but don't try to go above and beyond, and don't try to add on and add extra workouts to it. These are effective as written. So just keep in mind these little tips for you. I'm so excited you're here. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I think I'm going to be emailing this to you. You can respond to the email and I will be there and answer your questions. So I'm so excited. It is day one. I can't wait to see all your macro posts for the day. And don't forget, from now on, you are going to post your macros within the comments of each day's daily thread. So you'll see the Monday thread, post a macro screenshot of your pie chart and of your nutrients tab so I can see your numbers, and you can tag me in your post. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, thanks. Bye.